Jake Paul.
I think you need a warm-up Chase Sherman fight.
Yeah. I'll fuck Chase Sherman up. I will fuck Chase Sherman up. Harry Hunsucker.
If you take him down, you probably would.
Yeah.
He had no ground game. He had no ground game.
Yeah.
I was going to say, we're going to see some heavyweights do some
these
jiu-jitsu.
are guys I might think twice about if I wanted to fight.
That.
I mean, if the check's right, I'll go do it. But the two biggest, baddest men on the planet, right? Former teammates, Francis Ngannou, Cyril Gane, for the baddest man on the planet.
Jody, who you going with? I think we know who Jody's going to pick.
I'm
if he
going
stays consistent. Yeah.
I will say.
Small, miss small.
He likes that equalizer, Jody does.
I do. It might be a really boring fight, though.
I think it could be.
I think it's going to be, Gane's going to be outside the same way he was with Lewis. But I think Ngannou's a better fighter than Lewis. So, and that last fight he had, he was doing a lot of kicking, a lot of more well-rounded shit. So, I think my money's on. I think the safe bet is probably Gane.
Well, here's the thing:
feel like Francis
Gane can get this to the ground and tap him out.
Yeah,
that's one thing Francis does not have. Gane can get him to the ground.
Yeah,
He's got heel hooks. He's got submissions. These motherfuckers know each other. They've sparred many times, so that might be the difference. Like Cyril Gane might I'm not going to sit there.
Well, and all this talk too about Francis Ngannou just talking about his contract, and I'm not fighting for $500,000 after this anymore. Like, do you think you're going to lose?
Well, I think that's all bullshit anyway.
You know what's going on?
Francis has two choices, right? If he wins, guess what? You have to stay because there's a clause in every championship fight that if you win the title. If you lose, your stock is plummeting to way, way down. So you're in no point of negotiation right now. So what I think, Mr. Tinfoil Hat, Dana's like, hey, let's stir this shit up about your contract. Get people talking about you. Let's make this shit happen. And that's the good way to sell the fucking fight.
Yeah, it's true. And then you got the sparring footage.
And Ngannou already said that whole little interaction in the back when he's walking past, he said that was staged. He said they put them there knowing I was going to walk through, and they wanted to see that happen.
For sure.
So again, there's a little WWE in this shit. They really fight, but the before, in between shit, a lot of stuff, they gas it up a little bit. I think Cyril Gane just has way more weapons here, and he wins the fight.
Yeah, he's too.
You think he submits him?
I honestly would probably lean Cyril Gane versus decision if I was going to say a way of victory. And I think he's going to dance on the outside, piece him up, take him down, control him a little bit, and just ride out probably like a 48-40.
Well, then that would you have great value on the over 2.5 then right now. Minus 105.
Yeah, I definitely would lay the over.
What are the odds right now as far?
Right now they're thinking under 2.5, minus 125. That doesn't go the distance.
So I probably would bet Gane and then put that on there too.
Ngannou's
Gane's got to be on it for 25 minutes. We know Ngannou's going to throw. He's not going to be like Derek Lewis and be tentative.
But he has beaten Derek Lewis.
Who do you want to win? Who do you want to win?
Cyril Gane.
Really? No I want Ngannou to win. I just don't think he's going to do it.
I think Cyril Gane's the greatest fighter of all time waiting to happen. He's already 10-0. He's a fucking heavyweight that gets him a fucking extra point. He can bounce and move no heavyweight has.
I love watching Ngannou knock people's heads off. It's like Rock'em Sock'em Robots.
And he can still do that. You fucking have him and Lewis go again. He can fight all those other guys.
Yeah. I feel like Cyril Gane is Anthony Joshua, like a great fighter, looks like he's the best in the world, and then just something comes along and fucks him up. That's Ngannou.
We're gonna learn that today. I'd like to see what happened with him and like a guy like Curtis Blades. That would be a different challenge for fucking Cyril Gane, because Curtis Blades is a fucking will maul you.
It's just crazy how heavyweight MMA works out sometimes. Because you look at somebody like Derek Lewis who has no ground, knocks fucking Curtis Blades into the shadow realm.
He timed it perfectly. That's the same thing with that. But so I think Cyril Gane gets one. Again, I think he fights John Jones and they start calling him the GOAT.
I think Cyril Gane wins, but I want Ngannou to win. Unfortunately, I don't think there's going to probably be any value on a Ngannou knockout in the sports book. But
no, there's no value on
God, I want to see him knock him the fuck out.
I don't think there's that much value in the guy.
Well, I think the co-main
maybe Gane by
actually
decision
be the fight of the night.
Oh, most likely. These guys don't have boring fights, right?
I think the fight of the night is the one below that.
Could be.
That's another.
That's a fun one.
That's what you like to see on a pay-per-view card, though,
yeah.
Right? I think this fight. But the trilogy, because we kind of talk about flyweight, really doesn't have that much depth.
I think this is the end of Deiveson Figueiredo at flyweight.
I think it might be the end of Brandon Moreno. In general.
What?
This
is two contrasting opinions.
No, I mean, he looked great that last fight, no question, right? He won. I still think Deiveson Figueiredo is a better fighter. He's bigger, he's stronger. I think he won the first fight if he didn't have that fucking nut shot. And I think he's going to get a hold of.
He won the first fight, no doubt.
No, there's no question. The second he subbed, he got subbed.
Yeah, so the second one he got
But
beat.
I do believe he said his weight cut was bad and all this shit. And I do believe that with that guy because he does, cut a lot of fucking weight and all this shit.
But he's got to do the same thing this
But
time.
he's had a lot of time to fucking between fights.
That's true.
There's been a long break. What was this, back in April, the last one? Something like that. So almost a full year.
Yeah.
7 months ago. It was a lot of time to rest, recover. When they fought first, there was like 3 fights. They both had 3 fights within like 3 months.
Yeah.
And when you're cutting that much weight, that's going to affect you a lot more.
A year and 1 month from the first fight, a year and 5 months, and a year and 10.
Because when he beat Perez, and then they fought really the next month, and then that next fight was 3 months after that or something like that, right?
Right. The Perez was just a month prior.
And then then 4
before that when Benavidez.
And after he fought Perez, when was the first fight? How soon was it? Like a week after, wasn't it?
Well, there's a lot they were fighting there real quick because what was it?
A month, yeah. It was
Fight Island shit?
Yeah. Well, it was because remember they had Deiveson Figueiredo had back-to-back. He won on the card, and that's when Moreno beat Royval.
Yeah.
And it was the same because they're both in the same card. The next month they're in the card again.
I think Moreno gets the better of a decision this time. He doesn't fit. There's no finish, but
I think
he gets it later rounds.
I think Davey's gonna fucking get a hold of him and sub him.
I think Moreno wins and Deiveson goes to bantam.
Right, and then Tony's got high hopes for the Topuria
and Jourdain. This is gonna be a fun one.
I'm kind of bummed this is the last second type fight though.
Yeah,
I like to see both these guys with a camp.
Jourdain's stepping up, right?
Right, Carlos Jourdain stepped up. Who was he supposed to fight?
I can't remember.
Movsar Evelev.
Movsar Evelev,
who
yes.
likes to back out of tough
That would have
fights.
been a good fight, though.
Evelev likes to back out of tough fights. He did it back. He ducked my boy Landwehr the whole time.
Who knocked out Evelev? Giles? Trevin Giles?
No, he knocked somebody else out. Evelev's the smaller guy. Giles is bigger. Giles is fighting.
No, not Trevin Giles, but Trevin Jones. Trevin Jones
yeah.
knocked out Evelev in the second round, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
No, Evelev's undefeated, isn't he?
I don't think so. I think
Movsar Evelev? I think he's undefeated.
I think Trevin Jones knocked him out.
I think that was his last fight, Duadu. Am I missing one of his fight?
Let's see.
Here I got.
Pull it up.
No, I'm thinking of Timur Valiev.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, he knocked out Timur Valiev, Trevin Jones.
Right.
So yeah, Evelev's undefeated.
Evelev's undefeated, but he ducks tough fights. So Charles Jourdain, one of my prospects I think one day could be a champion. Stepped up to the plate. I kind of think this was a fool's errand, though.
Yeah, Topuria is a monster.
He's
man.
good everywhere.
He's
One
a
thing
heavy
I will
favorite.
say that how much is the favorite?
He's a minus 530.
I would take Jourdain at minus 390, plus 390. I'm sorry. Topuria gets hit. Remember the first time we broke down the Topuria fight? All his fights, he got hit.
I don't see Jourdain being able to have enough power to stop him, though.
Oh, I think he can.
I think Topuria is going to get him down, and
he might Sparta kick him and put him to fucking sleep.
Maybe.
Like he is hittable, and at plus 390, I'm laying something on that.
Yeah,
I'm laying something on that. Topuria, deserves to be the favorite. He's good all around, great prospect, undefeated. But Jourdain's the type of guy that can hit him and put a pop into him and maybe take away that 0. I would lean if I'm going head-to-head picks, I probably would say Topuria right now if I was making my pick today. But if I'm laying a bet, I think a Jourdain plus 390 is a nice fucking bet to lay.
Yeah, it's worth a sprinkle.
Because he can.
It's worth a sprinkle. I think Topuria's going to beat him, though.
Again, if I'm doing head-to-head picks.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep rolling here.
The Black Belt Hunter versus Wellington Turd Man.
Does Turd Man do the Anthony Hernandez?
No. This guy had a split decision with Sam Alvey.
Man.
A split decision with Sam Alvey.
Holdofo should get this to the ground. It should sub
Holdofo is
in.
the biggest fucking, middleweight of all time?
He's jacked.
He fucking
He's like
walks
Paulo
into the-
Costa jack.
He walks, he's like just as big as Costa, if not fucking bigger.
And Yoel Romero level.
Fucking world champion. They call him the Black Belt Hunter for a reason. In jiu-jitsu, he just fucking hunted black belts. Guess what that means? He ripped their fucking legs and arms off, right? But laid a gigantic egg against Anthony Flippy Hernandez.
And Anthony's what, a purple belt?
Purple belt. But MMA is different than fucking
Yeah.
jiu-jitsu, right? He did come back and beat the shit out of his next opponent. Who did he fucking just steamroll? Stoltz.
Stoltzfus. Who's a smaller guy?
Stoltzfus, but you picked Stoltzfus today.
I know. I'm going to pick Turd Man, too.
Oh, that is a bold fucking pick, dude. I would never pick.
I got 2 fights to give up as of right now.
Remember, we're doing more punishments.
We got
this
all
year.
year.
I have an idea for the first punishment, by the way.
It's okay.
But I think Rodolfo Vieira gets us to the fight, to the ground, and chokes him out.
I mean, that's probably what's going to happen 9 times out of 10, but I might go with the 1 out of 10 and say Turd Man wins.
Split decision with Sam Alvey.
Sam Alvey's one of my favorite fighters next to Davey Grant.
This should be a fun one, right? Saeed Nurmagomedov.
Well,
yes, you know that name, right?
Yes. Cody Stamann, the Spartan, likes to fight to decisions, and I don't think this style is going to match up well with Saeed Nurmagomedov.
Well, look, I mean, what I'm looking at, this is like basically Saeed's biggest fight he's had.
It is.
He's looked, he's got a loss up there for one. He's not, and just because he has that fucking name doesn't mean that he's Khabib.
But you're looking at Stamann, who when he wins decisions are usually split decisions. He loses decisions. Look at the reach advantage. You got a 5.5-inch reach advantage.
Well, plus, isn't Saeed more of a striker too than his cousin?
Yeah, he doesn't wrestle too much.
He does not wrestle too much. But Stamann can get in there and muddy the water with you, and that's where I think he could fucking win this fight. I think people see that name Nurmagomedov. Yeah. He gets that fucking bye because he's connected to Khabib. He's something special. Where Stamann has fought some tough dudes. Yeah, he hasn't beat them all, but he's been in there with the biggest and baddest.
I don't think Stamann's going to be able to wrestle him, and I think he's going to be too blocky and too loopy. And Nurmagomedov's going to.
I think Stamann gets this by decision.
Here comes another guy I like to bet on.
Yeah, you can take that.
I like Trevin Giles. He got knocked the fuck out last time, but
here's the thing. This is what fight Trevin Giles. The problem. His problem is his fight IQ.
Yeah.
Versus Michael Morales, who's making his debut
from the Contender Series.
From the Contender Series. He's going up in a weight class though too, isn't he?
Yeah. Was this happening at 180? No, this is happening at 170.
Oh, so Trevin Giles
is coming down. In his Instagram, he's been cutting weight. Is it like 185 right now? I don't know if he's fought 170 before.
That's a big thing coming down weight class. He's tired of those big dudes beating him up. Just because hit his ass, I get smaller.
Yeah.
I get smaller guys. But you have, again, these Contender Series. This is a tough fucking debut fight. But I will never, ever pick Trevin Giles for shit.
I'll pick him.
So I think Morales knocks him out just like Driscus did.
Give me Trevin Giles. More UFC experience against the Contender Series guys.
Experience
plus
losing.
Money.
He has a lot of experience losing.
Give me that.
He knows how that feels.
He beat your boy Delize.
No, he didn't.
No, he did.
No, he didn't. I can go to fucking, MMADecisions.com and a lot of people agree with me. Next one here, another Contender Series. A
lot of people are wrong.
What does it say? The best don't rest on his chest?
Is that what it says?
Yeah, the best don't rest.
The best.
That said ever. The best never rest.
Whatever it may be. Versus Matt Steamroller Frivola, who finally woke up from T-Rex's fucking knockout victory. Frivola had such bad luck. Like, did he have like 7 fights get canceled in 1 week or some shit like that?
And then all of that and knocked out by 1 punch?
Man, whatever happened to fucking Azatar?
I don't know.
What was in the bag?
We don't know.
Did he get kicked out of the UFC?
I think
they brought him back though. They brought him back.
You talking about Abu?
Yeah, he hasn't fought since.
The Fight Island controversy.
Yeah, who knows? But anyway, Frivola's supposed to fight. That's why I thought about him. But Frivola is a tough motherfucker. He'll stand in there and throw. But I think this is one of those situations where just that UFC vet's gonna fucking welcome this guy and say you're stepping up in your composition.
I'll go with Frivola.
Yeah, that's right.
Look at all that on Valdez. What?
People, these are like the MMA hipsters that are on Tapology, right? So they say, I know this guy all the way back from the Contender Series. I'm going to pick him. I watched him when he was in WXE4. Whatever the fuck they're going to make it up. So you can't look at Tapology.
3rd straight Contender Series fighter, Oliveira.
This is a really tough
Tony Gravely.
debut fight for sure. Simon Oliveira, only one is Contender Series by decision too. You look at coming in, you can see it. Fucking almost plus 200 underdog, and I'm not even tempted to put that money down on him. I think fucking Gravely just bullies this guy as he comes up.
Gravely's very well rounded.
Yeah, man. But he has that heavy wrestling style that wears you down. I can see a ground and pound victory for him.
Well, along Gravely.
He's fighting out of Coconut Creek, 2 top team. He's getting the best coaching there is. So I think Gravely gets this done probably by a knockout.
Another Contender Series.
Yeah, but this one's an interesting one here.
Yeah.
Like, Kay Hansen has she's the one that UFC.
She lost her last fight. Who to Beth or McKenna? Corey McKenna.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought she kind of won that fight though.
She debuted. She beat fucking Jinyu Frey. Had with that 10th Planet Jiu-Jitsu black belt.
She's very young, 22 years old.
Working her way up versus Jasmine again, another one who wasn't that impressive on the Contender Series.
Yeah.
She got a contract. Danny was giving away a lot of fucking contracts this year.
Jasmine's just much bigger.
Yeah, I mean, and she's got a little bit more fight experience, I believe, too. She has what? Oh, no, she doesn't.
We got 7-4 versus 6-1.
For some reason, she's ranked number 1 in women's U.S. Northeast, whatever that means.
But I mean, that's like regional.
Yeah,
Whereas Kate's 33.
She's fucking Canadian anyway. Yeah.
Yeah.
She's Canadian. What the fuck? She ranked in the U.S.
Number 1 in Canada.
She must be from
Yeah,
Vancouver.
no, that's a tough fight to call. I think I'm gonna have to watch some more tape on that one.
It's gonna be either, it's gonna be a decision either side. I think, honestly.
Oh, I'm on Honey here. This fight should happen,
sure.
a month ago?
Yeah, a few weeks ago.
We've already talked about this one.
Yeah, Honey should fucking take this away.
Yeah.
Lemang stuff.
Honey Barcelos.
There's another one coming up we already talked about too. And the Pereira Fio we talked about. No, we didn't talk about Fio, but
Pereira still wins.
I think Pereira gets his stuff. Fio taking a short notice. He was supposed to fight last week. For some reason, they moved it here. I think Michelle Pereira just fucking. He's been putting a lot of training videos out lately. You been watching this shit?
I haven't.
He's fucking. He trains in a fucking suit. That's why he cuts that weight. He's wearing the fucking
Tony
sweatsuit.
Ferguson style shit.
The giant motherfucker. But yeah, I think he just dominates. Fucking. He probably wins by knockout over this guy making his debut, Fijo. Demopoulos, we already talked about. This one, I'm kind of excited for. No, we talked. This was supposed to be last week. They moved it. The Jack Della Magdalena, I think his name is. He's a fucking hell of a fighter. He's an in-your-face brawler.
It looks like Jack Hermanson kind of.
Yeah, he muddies the water. He's typical fucking Aussie. Just get in your face. Come on, let's fight, eh? And there's a point in his fight where in the Contender Series, I remember he was in a deep arm triangle. And he fucking muscled out of it from the bottom, got to the feet, and started beating the shit out of the guy.
Who was this? Was on the Contender Series?
Yeah, Jack Della whatever Magdalena against Ange Lucia. Ange had a crazy ass fucking arm triangle, got him deep as can, and he powered out of it and just came back and just beat the shit out of him. He is a tough dude. I see the minus 300. I really think he could be a problem at fucking welterweight. He's one of my prospects I want to watch.
That's good odds on his side. I don't know much about either one of them. So
yeah, Jack Della Magdalena. Watch the Contender Series fight. He's a fucking brawler.
Well, what's our lock of the night?
Ooh, that's I'm going fucking Rodolfo. No, I'm going to go with fucking Alex Pereira.
Yeah.
Michael Pereira? Man, I'd like to say Honey Barcelos.
That's another one.
But just to keep it fun, because people don't really care about that shit, I'd probably say, God, dude, I don't know.
What's the main
let's
card?
pick. Let's see if we had to pick a lock of the night from one of the top 3.
For the main card?
Yeah.
Let's look at the main card. We got to pick a look.
Just to keep. This is just for fun, y'all. Don't take this shit
There's
seriously.
only 3 fights on
If I had to lock, I'd probably lock Honey if you really wanted to place a bet. But for fun, on the main card.
The first 5 fights, I'm going to do Rodolfo Vieira because I'm never going to have faith in fucking Wellington Turman. Give me
Cyril Gane. I'll lock him in. Jody ain't having it.
What a little bitch.
I was gonna say Topuria, but
that was I thought of too.
I'm gonna say Cyril Gane if I had to choose somebody from the main card. There's only 3 fights on the main card.
No, they're gonna move that shit around.
Yeah.
They're gonna move that shit around for sure.
Well, that's UFC 270 coming up next week, right?
Yeah, Saturday
in Anaheim.
For those who don't know, we're recording on the Sunday after the card. So
Anaheim,
these picks might change. We might have 3 or 4 of these fights canceled.
Man, I'm surprised California's letting shit like this go down.
Yeah,
all right, then.
I mean, all the sports teams have shit people in there.
Yeah.
All right, let's go to the weekly
Super Bowl's
MMA BS.
What do we got for bullshit?
Yeah.
Masvidal versus Covington.
About time, right?
What is this, though? Winner's the best Trump supporter?
Yeah,